Hey, it's your boy Freshy Fletch. Welcome to my new channel, A Fresh Start. And if you're here today, I think you want to better your life. So, just a little background on myself. I am a previous YouTuber. I used to do gaming channels, but recently I kind of realized that I have a passion for helping people. So, I'm creating this channel with the idea of, or with the goal of helping people improve their lives, improve their mental state, improve their qualities, and just overall improve themselves as a person. Anyway, so thank you for clicking on the video. If you do like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. But I'm just going to go ahead and get into the topics that we're going to discuss today. So the first thing I want to talk about is exercise. Yes, I know it's cliche. I mean, everyone's talking about exercise. There are all these keto diets. There are all these quick fix programs that are supposed to get you from 100 to 0 in 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, whatever. That's not necessarily what I'm here to talk about today. What I want to talk to you guys about is the thought process and the paradigm change that you have to experience if you want to start exercising. So exercising is hard. Let's just put it out there. The physical activity of, well, first having to leave your house, because no one wants to do that nowadays. Also going to the gym, physically lifting weights, like that's all very difficult and strenuous activity. So how do you exercise, and how do you exercise consistently? Those are very, very, very good questions. This is how, this works for me. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but this is how I got myself to start exercising and being able to see results, not only in the gym, but outside of the gym. They say abs are made in the kitchen, and that's 120% true. Let's just get right into it. So exercise. Exercise is very good for you. It is extremely good for you. It's good for your mental state. It's good for you physically. It'll increase your stamina. You will live longer. You will get sick less. Like overall, there's so many benefits to exercise. And it puts you in a better mood as well. So a lot of people, when they think about exercise, all they're thinking about is getting in shape. And they're thinking about the vanity aspect of it. Oh, well, I want to look better. You know, I want to have this beach bod or something superficial. Now, with that being said, when you have those driving forces, if you're being driven by just the physical aspect of it, kind of like a shallow aspect of it, you are more than likely not going to stick to it. And the reason why is because once you start to see a little bit of progress, you're going to stop because your goal is to look better. So in order to start exercising consistently, you really need to have a lifestyle change. It's not just about the looks. You're going to want to feel better. You're going to obviously want to look better, but also be healthier as a human being. You have to have the right reasons for your actions in order to drive consistency. Like I said before, a lot of people, they're just going to start seeing a little bit of results here and there and be like, okay, I'm done. Like, I worked out, I got muscles now, like, and they'll just stop hitting the gym altogether, and then they wind up putting back on whatever weight that they lost or losing any muscle that they gained, and the cycle starts all over. But the thing about that is it's very difficult to start the cycle. So you may be thinking, well, how do I start exercising consistently? Now, this is very difficult for people to do. Let me tell you what usually happens. What usually happens is you'll start exercising and you'll do it for the first couple times, be really difficult, and then you do it for a week or do it for 2 weeks, and then you stop. When you stop, it usually happens kind of sudden, and you don't really see it coming, but just like one of your rest days just lasts forever, for lack of a better word. So you rest one day and then you just never go back. So in order to start exercising consistently, like I mentioned earlier, it is a lifestyle change. But what you have to do is you don't just go and exercise consistently. What you need to do is you need to turn yourself into a person who exercises consistently. So I'm gonna go back. This concept is a little bit complicated, but I'm gonna try my best to explain it. So you're not really trying to change. Okay, wait. Let me put it like this. If Bill doesn't like to exercise, but he's making himself exercise every day, eventually he's going to get fed up and he's going to run out of willpower and he's not going to exercise anymore. So what Bill should do is work on himself to change the fact that he doesn't like to exercise, and then he will actually like to exercise and do it consistently. So I know it's a difficult concept to kind of grasp, because what I'm generally saying is that you have to change your like, or the way that you view exercise. So I'm gonna rewind. There are a lot of good benefits of exercise. As I mentioned before, you feel better, look better, sleep better, you're healthier. All of that combined into one thing. But in order to give yourself the motivation to continue to work out, what you actually have to do is you change yourself as a person. You change your core. And what you're really doing is you're going to form a habit of exercise. The way that you fuel the habit is by, like I said earlier, wanting all of these benefits for yourself and not just to look better. So does that mean, well, if I just want to look better, I can't work out, I can't get in shape? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is, in order to remain consistent, and this is what anything, not just working out, in order to remain consistent, you really have to change who you are in a core being, and change your outlook in order to get yourself to remain motivated. So I know that was a mouthful, but you may be thinking, like, how do I do that? How do I change myself as a person? This is actually a very good topic, and I don't want to get too much off topic, but in a nutshell, the way that you change yourself as a person is you form new habits. A feeling that lasts a day is a mood. A mood that lasts a month is a temperament, and a temperament that lasts years is your personality. So what that really means is it's the little things that you do that make up who you are. And it's the habits that you have that make up who you are. So let's put it like this. If you are exercising just because you want to look good, nothing is wrong with that. But then you're going to have to understand that what you want is to look good, which means that you should be taking care of yourself. You should be taking showers every day, which I hope everyone does, but, washing your face vigorously. You should avoid bad foods. You should do things that make you look better. Maybe buy some nicer clothes. Not your whole wardrobe, but, one or two things that make you look better. Get your hair cut more often. Or if you're a woman, go to the salon more often. But basically, whatever it is that is driving your desire to work out, that has to be the core of who you are. And that's how you're going to form that habit. Habits don't form for no reason. Can you consciously form a habit? Yes, of course you can. You can consciously form a habit, but it is very difficult. So if you want to consciously form a habit, especially a big one, what you're going to have to do is consciously form smaller habits, right? So let's say, for example, instead of, like, if your friend lives 2 blocks down the road, or the store is 2 blocks down the road, you should walk there versus drive there, because that's who you are as a person, and you would prefer to get the exercise because you want to be healthier. So I hope it's starting to make a little bit more sense to you. So in order to start exercising consistently, what you really need is to change yourself at a core level. You have to find out what your motivation is. And if your motivations do not agree with the habits that you're trying to form, the habits are not going to stick. So you have to make sure that you are working hard on changing yourself as a core, as a person, and then work on changing these habits. Thank you all for your support. Now, if you have not clicked that subscribe button, please go ahead and click it down at the bottom of this video, and I'll let you get back to it. I think exercise is an amazing tool for anyone to better their life in so many ways. And I myself have done exercise just to be a healthier person. A little bit of backstory here. I was a heavy drinker. I was a very heavy drinker. Anyone who's watching this video right now that knows me knows that I was a very heavy drinker. Now, this wasn't good for me. It's not good for my health. And I started to realize that eventually when I became 30, I was waking up every day. I felt like complete shit. I felt like garbage just waking up, let alone having to go through an entire day. And it affected my mood, right? It affected my physical health. Like breathing was more difficult. Sleeping at night was difficult. Like I had OSA. I would snore really loud because there was just so much clogged up in there. And maybe I'll put some pictures of like before and after up on the screen. But I had to make the decision to get healthier. So when I made the decision to get healthier, that was my driving force. So when you have that motivation, things start to happen. Because now in my core, in my actual core, I've decided that this is what I want to do. My habits started to change because of it. So I started going to the gym, started eating better, started drinking less, things like that. Like when you change yourself as a person, you'll notice that other things start to change as well. Anyway, so if you want to get yourself motivated to work out, the first thing that you should do is you should set a goal. So your goal could be to lose 10 pounds, to lose 15 pounds. Goal could be to gain muscle mass. Maybe you want to get abs, or maybe you want to see increased muscle mass in your biceps. But you have to have some type of goal. And once you create your goal, what you're going to do is you're going to list habits that you need to do frequently in order to achieve that goal. So if I wanted to increase my muscle mass, I know that I would need to eat more protein and I would need to exercise and also eat less junk food, which means when I go to the grocery store, this would be the list of things that I'll be picking up. And then when I cook, I'm gonna have a certain list of certain foods, like high protein foods such as chicken breast, beans. I would change my snacks from chips to peanuts. And also, I would have to make a habit of going to the gym. When can I go to the gym with my schedule? Can I go in the morning? Can I go in the night? Before work, after work, when I wake up, etc. You get the point. But basically what I'm saying is, in order to find that motivation, it's not just motivating yourself. It's also putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be successful. Here's what I mean by that. If I am trying to do better with my eating habits, I'm not going to leave a bag of chips in my cabinet, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to look in the cabinet, see the bag of chips, and then I'm going to eat them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Another thing would be I would try to get more sleep at night, especially if I know that let's say my schedule says that I'm going to the gym in the morning. So what I would do is I would put my clothes out, my gym clothes, but by the front door. And or I would wear them to bed, and that way when I wake up early, when my alarm goes off, I'm less likely to hit the snooze button because I'm already dressed and ready for the gym. A third thing that you can do is also speak to your friends and your family about your goals, and if they're good friends and good family, they will motivate you. If they see you falling off track, they'll be like, hey, Fresh, like you said you were going to the gym today, what's going on? Is everything all right? Do you need a ride? Do you need me to come pick you up? Like that's what a real friend would do. So keep those goals. Keep those goals with your good friends, because there are some people who. This is another topic, but I'll just say it really quickly. There are some people who will not always help you with your goals, and there are some people who. I don't know if they do this on purpose or subconsciously, but let's say you told them you were going to the gym tonight. All of a sudden, they're having a keg party at their house the same night, and they're inviting you, like, you have to come, you have to make it. Everyone's asking about you. You need to come get drunk with us, So just be careful. I guess that would be the last point here, is be careful of the people in your circle that influence you. They say that you become like the closest 5 people to you, or the 5 people that you spend the most time with in your life. I would say just be wary of who you keep in that circle, especially when it comes to motivation, because those people are going to have a subconscious effect on you being motivated, whether it's motivated to do right or motivated to do not so right. Anyway, I'm just going to wrap it up here. I could talk on this topic forever, but what I really wanted to get through to everyone is that you can change yourself. You can start exercising. You can be self-motivated. But what you have to do first is not only change yourself as a core, but change the people who are around you. Or if the people who are around you are consistent and they are being good role models as well, then you might want to keep them. But at the end of the day, the biggest focus is to change your habits. You need to change your habits if you want to be successful. I cannot stress that enough. A person's personality is only basically a series of habits that they have. Before I let you go and I end this video, I do want to tell you something very important about habits. So I'm not sure if you realize this, but well, probably a lot of you do, but it's not something that we talk about very often. So a habit is basically human's version of autopilot. So once you get into the habit of something, you can do it without thinking. And you usually do it without thinking, whether you notice or not. And you may say, hey, why are you doing that? I don't know. It's just a habit. A habit is a basic part of human programming, which, if you really think about it, if you're trying to do anything in life consistently, all you have to do is program it into your mind, like it's a computer, like it's a software. You know how you write the code? You just do the same thing, but you do it out of a habit. The way that you create a habit is the same way that humans learn. Humans learn, and habits are created with repetition. So it's going to take some conscious repetition in order to form this habit. When you eat right, you're going to have to eat right again. Eat right again. It's not just consistency, but it's repetition. Once you get repetition, once you repeat it so much that it becomes a habit, the consistency comes along with it. And then you wind up being programmed to want to go to the gym, programmed to eat better, programmed to make better decisions in your life. It's all about forming good habits, and you do that with repetition, conscious repetition. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. This is going to be a channel based on helping you viewers improve your life, improve aspects of your life where you feel like you may be lacking, or just to have that positive discussion or that positive motivation for the day, for things that you can do better in life, things that you want to do better in life, or things that you're still doing but you want to remain consistent. Never stop learning. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Can you do that for me?